Broncos. No two programs have rocked the establishment more than these two, and it's built a rivalry between them. It's been nasty at times. It's had its fair share of cheap shots and ruined seasons, all in the quest for the milk can. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Boise State's offense will take the field first. The Broncos trampled the Bulldogs the last time they met.
Yeah, they made a statement. I mean, it wasn't much of a contest, and the rivalry was nullified. It was kind of embarrassing. I'm interested to see Palmer on the other side if Fresno's a little bit ticked off, and they got something to prove.
I'll tell you, the fans from Boise State got so hyped and excited when they reached the college football playoff, but watching them destroy Fresno State, you would have thought they went back to the playoff again. The fans are still talking about that win.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly...
There he goes! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fears the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's Dupree. Powers through the defender. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Fresno State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Still running at the 40. He's loose. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That drive, a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Robertson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the...
Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Denson. Makes the catch. And a pickup of 8 opens a... Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Direct snap, and some room to work. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Runs through a tackle. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. From the gun, the ground game. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll go with a direct snap. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Going to the run, it's Rivers. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push.
Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, they first played in 1977. They've had their battles in the WAC, the Mountain West, and here they are again today.
Yeah, they've changed conferences, and it's kind of an interesting rivalry, Palmer, because they don't play every year. But it's been kind of neutral the last 10 matchups, so good little rivalry, still budding, still blooming.
Yeah, it's a fun one to watch, David. This thing really kicked off back when Boise State joined the WAC, and that year they upset then number 8 Fresno State. I think that's when people around the country started paying more attention to this rivalry.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Fresno State working from the red zone. Snap it to the back. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for space. It's Dupree.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
To the air, it's Denson. Zings it complete to the right. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, all week, the Broncos and Bulldogs tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that old milk can.
And the Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
When they try to spin it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. Tight end now in motion. Gonna run it. It's Ball. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Direct snap. Running to Green. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go with a direct snap. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Fresno State will have to punt it away. Kick is in the air. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give. Plows through the defense. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first down. Finds a crease at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fresno State. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
At the 35, he's loose. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Broncos in the hurry-up.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. They send the tight end in motion. Scanning the field, it's Denson. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Snap in the shotgun. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Boise State.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On the run, it's Rivers. Got enough for the first. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give out of the gun. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. So the Bulldogs get the win over the Broncos, and you know Fresno State is going to relish